welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 11 and 12 of Andor. We're finishing it up. Like, I can't believe how I didn't watch this for such a long time, and I have like literally dove into it head first over the course of the past 4 days and have like loved every minute of it. I think really understanding what it was, what type of show we were watching would have helped. I definitely see it as of a more political show. There's plenty of action. When they have a high stakes episode, it feels high stakes. My anxiety definitely goes through the roof. But then you have like the moments where you get to see behind the curtain of the Empire, especially with Dedra. I can just tell you, like, going into 11 and 12, she's probably one of my favorite characters on the show. I really like her, and not necessarily that like I like the way she goes about things, because I don't. But the character itself, like, and the way Denise plays her, it is like such an insight onto somebody who is so fiercely against the rebellion and is very much in the Imperial pocket and wants to climb the ranks, and like she's killing it. And the way she plays her, a lot of the expressions, the facial movements, the things that she's able to just show without showing too much or being over dramatic, or, you know, she's not showing like a fierce snarl. It's just like you see her lip twitch a little bit. And those nuances make this character so impressive because she has such a controlled manner, but then there is a rage that you can still see. Like, it's written all over her face, but she doesn't have to yell. She doesn't have to scream. As a matter of fact, she's the person that gets quieter and like can deliver things in a whisper with that, like I said, with that lip twitch. Like, she's so good at that. Even when she's talking to Karn, like, she's kind of like being like, how dare you be disrespectful, and how dare you address me this way, and I could have you thrown in jail, and I could have the guards come grab you, and I love that because like it threw her off guard, but she handled it so brilliantly. She didn't just kind of go, I feel sorry for you and I'm going to help you out. Like, I feel like she takes pity on no one. And her aide that works with her is so helpful. And there's like 2 or 3 times that he's either uplifted her and pushed her to keep going, or he's bailed her out. And I think that they make a good team. But I'm really digging Dedra so much. Now, the other characters that I really like, of course, are probably the higher caliber actors. Like, believe me, like, I love Cassian from Rogue One, but like, he doesn't give a lot in this series. The fact that it's named Andor kind of makes me laugh a little bit because I don't feel like it should be named Andor, but I don't know what else you would call it. Besides like the Spark or something. But you know, Diego Luna does a fine job playing Cassian, and he does it well. There's not a lot of high acting moments from him, but the people that he's with, like, they are like phenomenal. Kino, for an example, and I don't know if he made it off that prison. I know he said he was afraid to swim. Cassian got knocked in the water, so like, did Kino get knocked in the water? Did Kino survive? Did he all of a sudden like learn how to dog paddle, or is he still in the prison? Like, that would be horrible. I don't know if we ever find out about that. Not having a conclusion to that really bothers me. But like, Andy Serkis is just like, you know, he gives a masterclass in acting. And it's so funny that he did so much stuff with like mocap and voices, but like, he's such a phenomenal actor in his own right. And I think a lot of people already knew that, but like, this is just a showcase. Stellan Skarsgård is just the differences that he plays between the 2 Luthans, and especially when he is rebel Luthen and he's delivering a monologue and he's willing to, you know, sacrifice some of Krieger's men, you know, like 50 men, because he wants, you know, the Empire to think that everything is just moving smoothly. They got what they needed, and he's willing to sacrifice them. And I wonder if he would do that with Saw Gerrera. You know, if he'd just be willing to sacrifice Saw. If you're going to start a rebellion, you're going to have to get your hands dirty. And you're going to have to experience sacrifice and loss. And it is not for those with thin skin. You definitely have to have the character and the constitution to handle it. And I don't know which one's the actor. If like the I'm an antiquities dealer Luthen is an act, or if Rebel Luthen is the act, and he's really trying to display courage and ruthlessness, but also, when he says that, like, this is a very lonely life, like, I don't have love, I don't have, like, when he delivers it, it's not like a feel sorry for me. It's like, this is what you sacrifice when you do this. So it's like I don't, maybe they're one and the same, maybe they're completely different. I feel like Antiquities Luthen is really the act, but if he's faking Rebel Luthen, I mean, Stellan does a fantastic job. Fantastic job. We are so lucky to have these like high caliber actors. Like, I've never even heard of Denise Go, and like, she's fantastic. And then of course Mon Mothma, like the moments that she has when she's talking to Davo or Davo, whatever his name is, the thug that like wants to betroth their kids. But like it's again that controlled anger where you can see that there is rage behind her eyes, but she's keeping it reined in, no matter how much she wants to deliver it. And I will say that when she's had a couple of her moments in front of the Senate, she has not been like a booming political voice. Like, she wasn't captivating the audience. No one was caring about, like, the 2 times that we saw her speak, no one was caring about what she had to say. Everybody's trailing off. They were turning off their Senate seats. Like, there's like so many seats that were already empty. People are having conversations to themselves, and I think that like, maybe she needs to have that moment of like authority and like really just be like formidable. I mean, we know she can do it. At least I think she can. I don't know. Does she ever do that with our crew, with our people? I don't know. Another great acting is like Fiona Shaw. Like, her physical acting, like just her walking with her cane, like her having health issues, like, and I'm really worried about Marva because I feel like she's at the point where she really doesn't have anything to lose. She's already lost Clem. She feels like she's not going to see Cassian again. Like, she wants to fight for the Rebel Alliance. She still wants to be a rebel. She's always a rebel at heart. And I think she wants to go out being a fighting rebel. And her health has been going south for quite some time now. And at the end of the last episode, we saw like people going into her home and like talking about doctors and medication. And then we saw a guy that was off in the distance, and I don't really know who that was. I thought it was an Imperial guy, but I don't know if he's an Imperial guy that's spying. But then we also have Cinta and Vel that were spying on Brasso. Vel seems to be like planet hopping a lot. Knowing that she's Mon Mothma's sister is just, or cousin is just phenomenal. Like just the switch that you can do from episode 4 into where like she's hanging out with Mon with all the clothes and she's all fancy, and then she's kind of giving sass to Perrin. It's fantastic acting. But I'm worried about Marva. But the only one good thing is that we didn't see Dedra like interrogate her. She thinks that it's still a way for Cassian to be kind of reeled back into Ferrix. I feel now that Cassian has escaped the prison, that's exactly what he's going to do, but I think he has to go back to the planet that he was arrested and get his money. And I don't know if he still has Nemec's manifesto. Like, I don't know what happened to that. I don't think that's something you drop in the mail and send off, somewhere. I don't know how the mail works in the future or in this universe. I don't know if this is the future. It was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So in the past, I don't know. Star Wars, how do you deliver mail? That's the question. But I feel like he's definitely going to come back to Ferrix. One, because being imprisoned, especially with the PRD order out there, and freeing all those people from the prison, like, I feel like that, even though Nemec was the one that was like talking about this whole beauty that could be the rebellion and how evil the Empire is, I feel like Cassian being directly affected by it in the manner that he was is enough to create somebody who could be a little bit more radicalized. I know that Luthen wanted to tie up the loose end by having him eliminated, which I think is a mistake. I feel like if you can keep somebody on the payroll like Cassian, you 100% should. But I definitely think that I kind of missed it, and I'm glad that somebody pointed out to me that Cassian giving back the necklace and just taking a cut from whatever they had meant that he wouldn't have to see Luthen again, because if he saw Luthen again, that probably would have meant that he would have been killed. So that's a loose end that Luthen really would like to tie up. But I feel like that's a loose end that just needs to be tied and held together. Now, I feel like the Krieger crew will be taken out. I feel like that might stir up one Saw Gerrera, because he didn't want anything to do with it. He didn't want to help other factions of the Alliance, and I think he might, if that whole crew is taken out, and maybe he would have been like, "Oh, I probably could have prevented that," and he couldn't have, but he might think that. I definitely think that the Empire will think that they got one over on the rebels. I don't know where this is going to go in this episode, other than we have to get Cassian back to Ferrix. I don't know what happened to Kino. Dedra's gonna say something amazing. Luthen's gonna put on quite a performance and give a monologue. Mon Mothma might finally get some fire and deliver something to the Senate, like an amazing speech. That would be awesome, but I'm not sure. She's gonna have to deal with the possibility of an arranged marriage for her daughter, and you could tell that she's not even happy with her arranged marriage, so an arranged marriage for her child isn't really something I think she wanted for her, whether or not she's a spoiled brat and she always has nothing nice to say to her mother. It's actually really frustrating. And we have to find out if Bix is okay. I mean, she was interrogated hardcore by Dedra and the doctor, and I feel like she has suffered a bit of trauma. It seemed like they were just going to keep her in a room and hold her until they no longer need her and probably dispose of her. I don't like that at all. So someone has to come save her. Could be Brasso, could be Brasso. Could be Brasso. It could definitely be Cassian. But I would love to see something happen with Marva. At least I don't want to see Marva die. I feel like that's inevitable with her health. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll be in the name of the rebellion or if it'll be her health. I hope it's in the name of the rebellion. Okay, I am not going to speculate any further. I'm excited to get into these last 2 episodes. I can't believe I waited so long to watch the show. It is phenomenal. We are so lucky to get this class of acting, the visuals that we're getting, the sets that we're getting, the storytelling that we're getting, the world building, and how much bigger this makes the Star Wars universe, that it's not just about the Force, and it's not just about the Jedi, and it's not just about, specific characters in this world. It's about a vast amount of different characters from different places with different thoughts. Oh, Karn. I forgot about Karn. We need to catch up with him too, because I feel like he's going to kill his mother. He is this far from snapping, and I wouldn't blame him. And so far, I feel like he's the person that he would get radicalized in the other way, where Cassian would get radicalized more so to go into the rebellion. I think he would become more radicalized to go further into the Imperial fleet, army, navy, whatever it is. I definitely think he's on his way to full empire. I like Karn too. It's funny that I like people that I probably shouldn't. But again, who are the good guys and who are the bad guys? I have no idea. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Ooh. I like that. I like the sound of that. Yeah, how do you get off of this place?
My hands won't work. I said, I hear you. They're leaving. They're leaving.
Climb.
She would have wanted it that way.
It's heartbreaking. What about the droid?
Oh. B. scared.
We're gonna take her out in a minute if you want to say goodbye.
Did she die?
I'll have them clear the room if you want to be alone.
I don't want to be alone. I want Mama Marva.
Oh, baby.
We need to pull together, B. All of us.
For droids, they're very expressive. I can't believe she died and we didn't get to see it. Not that I want to watch her die, but it would have been nice for myself to have an actual goodbye. That sucks.
Looks like someone died.
It happens.
Someone you know?
Just started last week.
Who's Corv? I don't know if I should remember who that is or not.
It looks like it's just these two. They didn't walk here. If we go around.
Oh my gosh, they have to be exhausted. Imagine swimming that span, climbing the side of a mountain.
What is it? It's a quad jumper.
Ooh.
Can you fly it? I don't know. It's an old one. Wait! Be careful! They can't see us, even if they never get back in time. What if there's someone else in there? We get out here. I know I feel it.
It's just... charge ahead. Oh no! Oh! Yuck. Oh.
What happens now?
As a prominent citizen of Ferrix, she wrote a big send-off.
We want a funeral.
Excuse me?
You're going to give them a permit.
Yep.
Keep it small. We want to put them in a box, stand back and watch.
Yep. She wants to get Cassian.
The dead are bricked. They mix your ashes with mortar and local stone dust, put your name on and fire it up. You become a block of Ferrix brick.
And then what?
They find you a wall.
It's actually a cool way to honor somebody.
1,000 each, the offer be. One for each of us, greedy.
Oh.
Better fishing on land these times here, or all your scum in prison.
That's the Empire! We were trapped! We were trapped there! It's their prison!
Yeah.
Always the Empire here.
It's like they hear that excuse a lot.
Stop the Empire. They not be killing ye, nay today.
Oh.
Wise to be jumping quickly, though. Where ye be looking to run now, eh?
Niamos?
Oh, Niamos.
Yeah, that's where he left his stuff. Well, he was taken from his stuff. Okay, well, leave Narkina 5 way behind. Yeah, she's not gonna be happy about this visit.
You're off the rails. You're lucky he's not here.
I gave him Aldani. What have you done lately?
Oof.
I don't have lately. I have always. I have a constant blur of plates spinning and knives on the floor and needy, panicked faces at the window, of which you are but one of many.
Cassian Andor. The mother died. I'm leaving in the morning. Cinta says it's very busy there.
I don't know, would Luthen go there? Who is this guy? He's watching them, but does he know anything about Cinta at all? That Cinta is also watching them?
Big man's on site. I want full coverage.
Okay, Imperial. Never mind.
I work in the morning.
I'm charging.
You've been there all day. I'll take the afternoon off. We'll come back tomorrow.
He's an emotional droid.
She's not here, B. She's in the stone now. I can't leave you here alone. She wouldn't want that.
Oh.
You could stay.
One night.
Oh, Brasso, you good man.
Rix. Care to join me?
They've messed her up. Oh my god. I mean, they're probably not feeding her, giving her enough water, torturing her.
I'm going to ask you a question. I expect an honest answer. Anto Krieger. Have a good look.
God, she looks horrible.
Is this the man you introduced to Cassian Andor? Biggs.
Say yes.
Seriously, is that really happening?
We did it.
You did it. Perrin?
No, he's strangely open-minded on this topic. It's her. It's Lida.
Mm.
No.
She loves it. And her
A
friends.
radicalization one way or the other, whether it's political or religious.
Don't tell me you're taking proposals.
I'm in so much trouble, Val.
Well, at least the daughter wants that life.
I thought Tay could help me replace the credits and get me started again, but what he really did was discover just how much more trouble I was in.
Mm-hmm.
This can't be exposed.
I know that.
Some great acting.
I found a solution.
There you are. What are you doing here?
Well, come back to see you.
Oh, I mean, your daughter doesn't like you very much anyway. Fantastic acting.
Call for you.
Oh, this lady.
Sir!
Hey!
Is that you, sir? The Martin Omelette!
Jeez.
It's a smelter! I'm calling about Andor. You wanted news if I had it.
Yes, please, go on.
Oh.
Philip, you primo, hold out.
Are you saying that he's there?
No, I'm in Molana.
Where is Andor?
Yes, that's it. He might show up at the funeral.
We need to speak further.
I knew you'd want to.
The mystery of your former triumphs has been vanquished. I can sleep peacefully now.
Okay, just die in your sleep. Good grief. You're such a wretched woman. Come on, Karn. Okay, he did come back here. It looks incredibly different now. Okay. That makes book.
Required.
This is somebody new hooking up with his old lady that he was hooking up with? Or a different couple. Was it a hotel? I have no idea. I'm glad he got Nemec's book. I'm glad he was able to recover that.
What's all this? Good to know.
He's in a mood. Sounds like Saw Gerrera.
Put it down or give it back.
What is that? It looked like a pepper grinder.
Tell Krieger I'm in. Tell him I'll bring air power. Make it happen.
I think not.
Why?
ISB knows Krieger's plan. They'll be waiting for it.
I'm glad he told him that.
How do you know I won't tell him?
I don't know what you'll do.
Saw Gerrera.
It's far from ideal for either of us.
You're willing to burn him.
You're the random factor.
I study men.
Plus Krieger.
You think it's worth losing Krieger?
Worth?
And what if it was me instead of Krieger? What would you do?
Well, Krieger doesn't know me. I'm not vulnerable if he's captured.
Surely you've met him.
I've met him. I've been in a room with him, but he doesn't know that. We send people, we drop supplies, we have special radios. He can't hurt me.
Like I can.
Yeah. You're protected that way, Saw. Like, it's good.
You have people everywhere, don't you?
You're avoiding the question.
All of your sources.
Try to concentrate.
Yeah, the paranoia that comes off of Saw is
Someone
ridiculous.
with Krieger? Someone at ISB? Maybe there's someone here with me.
You're wasting time.
Who is it?
It's Tubes.
It's
my man, he tells me everything.
You call him Tubes?
What kind of game is this?
Okay.
Krieger pulls out, we wave him off. They'll know they'll have to wonder. They'll trust nothing. Just like you're doing it right now. If I were ISB Saw, why wouldn't I just send you out there with it?
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
Which is always a tough pill to swallow. Ma? Oh, that was a dark look, Karn. Oh, she was leaving. Okay. I thought he was going in there to, like, kill her. He knew where the stash was.
So you're coming home?
Depends. I'm most curious about the other piece.
You should come home.
Ian.
I'm preparing for every outcome. Luthen?
Oh. Was he being followed? What kind of ship is that? That's amazing. That's a crazy ship.
Arrestor cruiser. Cantwell class. 3 clicks and closing.
Arrestor cruiser.
This is a piracy zone.
Oh, thank you for the warning. I'll be careful.
You'll be standing by, is what you'll be doing. Power out the tractor beam.
Really?
Decoy port thruster 4.
Countermeasures charging.
Calibrate tractor force.
Calibrating.
Oh my god. We never get to see shit like this in Star Wars.
Alderaan Trade Alliance.
Cancel the boarding?
No. We can use the practice.
Oh my.
Prepare for boarding and inspection, Hawcraft.
What's he doing?
Tractor force up 5.
Does he think he can get away?
Facing 5.
Some pirate Hallcraft. Where does he think he's gonna go?
Countermeasures armed.
Oh.
What is that?
Well, that was cool.
Where's my air wing?
Oh wow. Wow, look at that damage.
Tractor beacon is down.
Bust out of there. Wow. Luthen! You are a man with a certain set of skills. Damn. Oh. Oh. Oh! The hell was that?
Complete.
That was phenomenal. I don't think we've ever seen that. That new move is called the Luthen. Wow. Wow. So cool.
Zanran Freight.
You busy?
Excuse me? Who is this?
Are you alone?
I'm not getting picture.
I need to get a message to Marva Andor.
Cassian?
Don't. No names. Tell Marva I'm okay. Tell her I'm thinking about her. She'd be proud of me. And I'll get back as soon as I can. Can you remember that?
Tell him.
Just let her know what I said.
Wait.
What?
Say it. He needs to know.
Cass, I'm sorry. Your mother's dead.
You got through? It's okay?
Yeah. Everything okay?
How many do you think made it? How many of us made it out alive?
Not enough.
What if it's just us?
Doubt it.
What if we're the only ones? Somebody's got to tell people what's happening down there. People have to know about this.
Nothing like imperial imprisonment to bond two people. That reminds me of that scene from Rogue One just before he dies on Scarif. Wow.
Did he tell you? He's writing a manifesto.
You're my ideal leader.
I don't think they needed to show Nemec dying again. Well, obviously, Cassian is going to head back to Ferrix. And there'll be a trap waiting for him. Oh. That build. Oh, the music has like a dissonance to it. Not quite coming together correctly. Oh, where is this? Oh wait, is this Karn? Did he come back to Morlana 1? No. I didn't expect her. That was Ferrix? It didn't even look like Ferrix. This is Pock's son, right?
I spoke to Cassian.
What?
He called the shot.
Does he know about Marva?
Yeah, he does now. It was a very short conversation.
Who else knows this?
No one.
Keep it that way.
What about the other nosy guy? Scent is onto them. People get radicalized one way or another and they pick a side. Picked a side.
It's not like he knows about it. I guarantee you he's got no idea what's going on. Bank on that.
I won't be so sure.
Hey, you know something I don't? Do me a favor, keep it that way.
He knew what he was doing by implying that. Is he making a bomb? I feel like that's what's happening.
I thought you left without me.
Cross my mind.
Oh.
I look for you, but
I'm sure. Cloris, we'd like privacy, please.
Ma'am.
You're gambling again.
nonsense.
And here, in Coruscant.
That's ridiculous. It's a lie. It's total fantasy. Who's telling you this?
Please.
No, I'm serious.
I've been shamed enough for one night. You can't live without a casino? Fine.
She's setting him up for the fall.
Where would I get the money?
That's the question that scares me the most.
Someone's lying to you.
On that we can agree.
Throw it out there that the husband has a gambling addiction. That means there's some money missing. That's a great way to blame it on him rather than her helping the rebellion. Plus, I don't like him.
He's a guy in town. His boss showed up tonight.
Good to see you too.
You know what comes first for her. Oh, he's back. How does he sneak around? Everyone will know his face.
Here's the thing, Cassian. The man that sees everything is more blessed than cursed. You know why I don't make this anymore? Because I'd rather sell you a brand new system at 10 times the price. I mean, how many we got? 60? 70?
I'm glad we get this flashback with Clem.
People don't look down the way they should. They don't look down, they don't look past the rust. Eyes open, possibilities everywhere. Just need to get this cleaned up before Marvel finds us doing this in the house.
Chas? Hegler? Down now! I'm so sorry. I loved your mom, I really did.
I know.
It's good to see you.
What are you doing here?
Just keeping an eye on the place till we sell it. Sell it? Where's Biggs?
Where is she?
Cass.
You gotta tell him.
There will be times when the struggle seems impossible. Remember this. Freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously and without instruction. The Imperial need for control is so desperate because it is so unnatural. Tyranny requires constant effort. It breaks. It leaks. Remember that. The day will come when all these skirmishes and battles, these moments of defiance, will have flooded the banks of the Empire's authority, and then there will be one too many. Remember this. Try.
Nemec was so important to all of this.
The Daughters of Ferrix. It's a social club. Andor's mother was a past president.
A local annoyance.
Containment, yes. Snipers, no. I want him taken alive. I want that message passed along the line. Clearly.
She wants him alive so she can do what she did to Bix. Wow.
Was she more angry about him lying or the possibility of gambling debts?
Hard to say.
They've made some odd banking moves recently. This would certainly explain it.
Krieger, you're missing it.
What is up with the applause that I hear? Was Krieger taken out?
You can close out your Krieger files.
How many attacked?
They're still counting the bodies.
Prisoners?
Not today.
Take a guess. Who's not happy about that?
We get nothing from a dead body. Someone needs to be in the room saying that.
Today was about wiping the taste of Aldani from the Emperor's mouth. You want to start a conversation? Find access.
Yeah, I'm sure she was pissed in her own way. Oh yeah. That sigh, full of rage. Just such a great actress. Oh, like that hug from Cassian.
I never should have left that morning.
Stop. She told me you'd say all this. Tell him none of this is his fault. It was already burning. He's just the first spark of the fire. Tell him when the day comes that those two pull together, he will be an unstoppable force for good.
I love Marva.
I love him more than anything he could ever do wrong.
You wanted one that fit better? I'm glad to see them back together. I liked Bosk. Even if I don't like what they're doing, like the characters are so well written. This guy.
There's an ISB supervisor in town.
A woman?
You know her.
Not yet.
Not yet.
How long do we have before the festivities start?
A few hours. You'll hear the anvil.
What's going on?
Oh, what's this about? Is this code for something? They're gonna have a funeral procession with a marching band? Or just a band, but like still.
They're coming from all over town. I want everything out here. Show of force, immediately.
They weren't gonna stick to the funeral rules they had been given. Wonder if Cassian thinks that's good or bad. Probably bad. That's probably why he didn't want to meet with Luthen again.
Back.
People so close to Cassian and they don't even know it.
I've got a recon unit on the terrace up there.
No. I need him alive. Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, don't make her say it again. Oh, B. He's not gonna be up there. Good job, Cassian.
My name is Marva Carassi Andor. An honor to be worthy of the stone. I remember every time it happened, every time the dead lifted me. And now I'm dead. And I yearn to lift you. We've been sleeping. There is a wound that won't heal at the center of the galaxy. It's here and it's not visiting anymore. It wants to stay. The Empire is a disease that thrives in darkness. It is never more alive than when we sleep. Perhaps it's too late. But I'll tell you this. If I could do it again, I'd wake up early and be fighting these bastards from the start. Fight the Empire!
No! With Marva's brick? Hell yeah! Spark.
I dreamt you came back.
She's so messed up.
Come on. Don't get angry.
Oh, baby. Oh, well. Oh. 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 I don't know if that was the intention, but job well done. Was Karn running for Dedra? Jesus. Rebellions are bloody messes. Headbutt to a stormtrooper. Damn, Brasso. You're gonna shoot him. Ugh.
You. What are you doing here?
Like I said, I dig Cinta. Yeah, you have no idea how much he did not care about you and about money. Bloodbath. Oh. Oh. Where's Karn? Throw. Oh. I would say throw the hammer, but never mind. Oh no. Who's picking it up? Is it Karn? Yep.
You were in trouble.
You gonna help him now?
I should say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to.
You go now or I'll forget it.
Is it Cassian?
Cassian.
Get it going.
Sir, stay low all the way to Farside Sea. The moment you get over the water, you climb.
You're not coming.
Not today, baby.
I never got to see you.
I'm counting on you.
You always say that.
He always means
come
it.
through. I'll find you.
Now go! Go, go!
Please don't let this shuttle get shot down. Creepy. You okay, Mosk?
Prepare for evac. Full stealth.
Is Cassian on the ship?
You came here to kill me, didn't you? You don't make it easy. I will now. No game.
Obviously, he doesn't do it.
Kill me. Or take me in.
Or bring him into the fold, because that's what happens. I was instructed by my editor that there is an after-credit scene, which we normally don't get with Star Wars, so I will be waiting for said scene. Oh. These are the parts they were building. Is it for the Death Star? it really makes sense for them to be contributing with the prison industrial complex, just definitely taking prisoners and have them build your weapons. Wild. Wild. Oh gosh. To see it be constructed like that is just insane, because we know how close we are. Like, what is this, like 5 years before Rogue One? Oof. Well, the send off for Marva was beautiful. Her pretty much telling everyone to fight the Empire, and then the desperation of the Imperial officers to like stop that. Dedra like wanting to take Cassian alive, I have no doubt it's so she could do to him what she did to Bix. Uh, I mean, obviously Luthen doesn't kill Cassian. He utilizes him and he brings him into the fold, and he becomes part of the rebellion and part of the fight. I want to see Cassian meet Mon Mothma. The fact that she actually did end up going through everything with her daughter, it actually kind of worked out well, because her daughter wanting to actually go through with the traditions and have kind of an arranged marriage, like that worked out for them at least a little bit. Like, I don't think you get those people to help you once and then you're done. I think it's probably a big commitment. There's a lot of favors that probably need to be done after the fact. But that she could almost blame the cash issue on her husband's gambling. That was very smart of her, because she already suspected her driver was listening in on everything. So the fact that she could just kind of rely on him to feed that information to the Empire, fantastic, fantastic. And it's funny because at the beginning of this reaction, I was just like, oh, we have all these great acting moments from all these people, and we never really get them from Cassian and from Diego Luna. And I take that back. You know, this episode, the past 2 episodes, learning about Marva's death and being there and kind of seeing the pain that he had in his face, and the hug that he gave Brasso, and it was a lot more emotion that we're seeing out of Cassian. That's a lot more pure. He's not being conniving. He's not being manipulative. Like, he's not trying to get away with something or speak in code like he was with Brasso in the first episode. Definitely Karn and Mosk being back together again. I really liked both of those characters. I really liked Mosk in his first appearance. He's just not only a good character, but like a good friend to Karn. And he's like really ready to go, amped up, like ready to fight for the Empire. Well, I guess in that case it was security, but I don't think that it's too far of a stone's throw from them actually being part of the Empire, especially now they see Karn. I don't want to say that he saved Dedra, because I don't really think he did. I think he just happened to be there at the right time, grabbed a blaster and pretended to take her. And she's like, I suppose I owe you a thank you, or I think I'm supposed to say thank you right now. And he's like, you don't have to. But what he would like is probably a job. Yeah, I think that would go a long way with Karn. So I don't know if we would consider Ferrix a win for the rebellion. It definitely is a spark. Hearing Nemec's voice again, him like echoing like the importance of what like all these small acts can do. And, you know, that's like kind of what the Empire is afraid of. I think Nemec's voice is the one that like for me is like the one that like really hits my heartstrings, not only because he died, but he died for this cause that he loved so much and he believed so deeply. And like, you know, him and Marva are kind of echoing the same thing, is to fight. And, you know, there's way more of them than there are of the people in the Empire. I don't know about loyalists, but definitely there's more people that probably hate the Empire than people that love it. The whole Cinta Vel kind of storyline, like, okay, I get it. Vel loves Cinta. She worries about Cinta. She wants to have a life with Cinta. And Cinta very much does not hide the fact that like the fight is first, and she's echoed that a various amount of times. Vel going from, you know, speaking with Mon on Coruscant, and then going to Ferrix, and kind of the back and forth of that, you know, just to kill Cassian. I just don't know why they didn't try to bring him into the fold in the first place. He did just by the one job, but it's like you could have like, I guess because Cassian ran rather than met back up with Luthen. But I feel like Luthen probably would have killed him or had him killed. It's just like, here's your reward. Bye. You know, the scene that we got with Saw Gerrera and Luthen and kind of talking about like how Krieger is going to be like this sacrifice that they're going to have to make and that there's nothing that they could do about it. And I don't know if Luthen was more concerned about Saw being caught and having had seen his face, or was just kind of like, I'm okay sacrificing Krieger because I don't know him. And Dedra kind of getting mad that she wasn't involved in it and that there was violence, there was dead bodies. She wants people alive. She wants to question people. I think that she likes the torture too much. But I love Dedra. Probably one of my favorite characters of the show just because of the acting quality, but just like how like you know what she's about 100%. There's no waiver there. There's no question. And you know she's gonna get the job done to the best of her ability. Blevin kind of getting the information about the gambling. I don't know what that really changes, other than they think that like maybe they can manipulate Mon because of the money issues, but I feel like the money issues are going to go away because of the arrangement that has been made. When does season 2 come out? Because I imagine that this is like a hard thing to put together, that there's like a lot of working parts, there's sets, there's scripts. I know that they already planned 24 episodes of the show. So this was obviously the first 12. So we're going to get the back half, the real like spark of the rebellion. Like we see what started it on Ferrix, but I think we're gonna see like where a lot of the bigger players, where those pieces fit in. Obviously Melshi is out there, like he wants to spread the word about the prison and what they're doing. I too wonder if other prisoners made it, one in particular like Kino. I mean they had to be more than just 2 people. I don't know how many of those people knew how to swim. I don't know if they knew where to go and if they had the resources to get off, what is it? Narkina 5. I'm glad that we got those moments with Cassian and Clem, like kind of the whole salvaging of the parts. And I loved like even Cassian like putting his hand on Clem's brick and having that moment. Like that was such a great acting moment of Diego Luna. Like you could tell that he like he really misses his father. And I think Marva dying just brings out more of that. So what do we do about the sister? Are we never going to learn about the sister? Is he done looking for the sister? I feel like losing Marva, Clem, and then Marva, like that's gonna like prompt him to find her. I hope. So I would say that this is like really good Star Wars. I wouldn't say, okay, so I kind of had this discussion with somebody, I think it was on Patreon, about how a lot of us that grew up with Star Wars, we kind of wanted it to age with us. And we had to wait such a long time that when they gave us new iterations, when they gave us the prequels, we ended up getting, you know, the same thing that imprinted on us when we were kids, imprinted on a new set of kids. And for us, like we wanted it to grow along with us, but we also never wanted it to change. And we certainly didn't want it to be like this thing that like was new and different than what we'd grown up with. You know, we liked the rugged old stuff. And I think that like allowing Star Wars to evolve however we can is really the best thing for it. Now, this is great because it, again, gives you an idea of the behind the curtains of the Empire, you know, how it became to be what it is. And like just even the Death Star, knowing that Cassian had a part in building the Death Star and then also had a part in destroying it, I think is just... he has no idea. He has no idea that he was part of that. Seeing how the rebellion formed and the things that they've had to lose and go through in order for that to happen. You know, you had Pack's son building a bomb because he lost his father. And I don't want to say that like everybody who goes through a loss is radicalized, but they pick a side, and that's the side they go with. Karn losing his job for doing his job, that really could have turned him away from anything corporate, anything that was policing, and he very much could have gone over to the rebellion, but because he's such the person that he is, like, you can tell just the way that he wears his clothes, his hat, like everything is like pristine, and like the piping that he adds and everything, he wants everything to look like really tight and up to snuff. And so, of course, that definitely aligns more so with the Empire than it does with the Rebellion. There's so many iterations that we have of Star Wars. We have the animated series where they kind of go deeper into the lore of the Jedi, and they build up other characters, and especially the dive into the clone troopers. That was just so perfect of Dave Filoni to come up with, because it actually gives you sympathy. When I watch the prequel movies, I'm choking back tears when Order 66 happens, because I know the struggle that the clones must be going through, because they had befriended all these people. I love that stuff. Tales of the Jedi came out, we got a different account of Count Dooku, and just kind of where he stood politically, and then how far he had changed because of the darkness and the Emperor, and how hypocritical it was where he was before and where he is now. And, every iteration that we get of Star Wars, there's some people that are like, this is for kids, or, this is garbage. I can see beauty in the sequels, and there'll be some people that are like, they're garbage. And I beg to differ, maybe the storytelling isn't exactly what we want. And it's kind of like a reaccount of certain scenes from the original movies. But a lot of people don't like The Last Jedi. And if you take out Canto Bight, it's a pretty solid movie, even though people don't like the story of what happens to it with Luke Skywalker. I think it was a beautiful story. I hated the movie when I walked out of the theater. I went and saw it again, and I'm like, I genuinely like this movie. The cinematography was amazing. The storytelling, going hyperspace through a fleet of ships. There's just so much, there's so many beautiful things that you can pick out from it, and allowing it to evolve and change and become what it is. It has to go through all those things of maybe this wasn't as good as it could be, so let's try this. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try this. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try this. And every time we get more Star Wars, we build this way, and it becomes bigger and greater. I don't think that you have a drop off necessarily in quality. I think the acting is pretty good. There's just so many riches that we get in Star Wars that we kind of take it for granted. And then we get something like this that is so different that all it does is expand the universe further. Now, I will say the one thing is that's really hard is that the series is called Andor, where I don't really think it's a Cassian Andor story. I think he's the main player, but there's no stakes when it comes to Cassian. He's not going to die until he's on Scarif. We know how that story works. But it's the other people that are in his life, and the people that he had to lose to get there, and, falling in love with Marva and then losing her, and then seeing what she stood for was so beautiful. And, knowing that Clem was this important person to Cassian, and we had him for such a short period of time, but how powerful the memory of him is. Having someone like Brasso on your side, Bix, who is very loyal as much as she could be, even being tortured. All these people that even Kino, I don't know what happens to Kino. I don't know if he's still in the prison or if he's in a bar somewhere, learn how to swim. Now he's a pro. I have no idea. But we were introduced to some of these players that are just so amazing to the universe. We get to expand further on Mon Mothma. She was just kind of this person that came in and out of frame sometimes and said a few words, and she wasn't super captivating. And now seeing the beginning of what made her so great for the rebellion is just, it's such a gift. Luthen, I don't know where he sits in everything. I feel while the stakes aren't high for Cassian, they kind of are for Luthen. I mean, because we don't know what happens to him. There's so many characters that we can just say we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about Mon Mothma, but we have to worry about her family. We have to worry about Vel. We don't know anything that happens to Vel. We don't know what happens to Cinta. So we're introduced to all of these characters, in which just expands the Star Wars world. So the whole point that I'm trying to make with that is I'm incredibly grateful for everything that we have been given for Star Wars. Whether you like it or not, You're allowed to not like whatever you don't want to like, but I would just say that I'm grateful for every bit of it that we have, because all it does is expand this universe even greater. When does season 2 come out? Now, I might not do midnight reactions when it comes out, but I definitely will be doing them on a weekly basis. I think that I don't want to say I dropped the ball and that I made a mistake. I think I watched it exactly when I was supposed to. I think that I needed it to be at a specific time in my life, and that's where I'm at. And I have no regrets. I'm glad that I came back to it, though. I'm glad that I gave it a second chance, that I could admit that I was maybe wrong, and see it for what it is. I think somebody in the comments was making fun of me for liking the Bad Batch, but not Andor. And they said they were not surprised because I liked She-Hulk. There's a word for him. Guys, you can like whatever you want to like. I would just say that, like, for the things that you do like and love, be grateful, because they're amazing. And the things that make you smile, and the things that make you laugh, and the things that make you happy, it's a blessing. Okay, no more of a lecture from me about how you should be grateful for everything in Star Wars. I like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it makes it what it is, and it makes you appreciate different things. That's all. If everything were perfect, like, would we all enjoy it? Probably not. But if you want to watch the full-length reactions to these episodes, they will be available on my Patreon, as well as other full-length reactions to other shows that I'm watching, like House of the Dragon, The Bad Batch, Vox Machina. I just finished Wednesday. I will be starting Severance, and then I think The Last of Us as well. But then you can also come back here for Mando, because I actually get to watch it live with you guys this time. Like, I mean, had you seen Season 2, Episode 8, and the sobbing that was occurring? I mean, actually go to my Boba Fett reactions and watch what happens when I A, see Ahsoka, B, when I see Luke, and C, when I see Ahsoka and Luke in the same frame. I think I've actually been featured on a lot of reaction collaboration videos because of me sobbing. Oh, this world. I mean, again, I have Obi-Wan Kenobi tattooed on my back. Like, I am Star Wars, like I'm branded. So I guess that's it. And no, you can't see my tattoo. But like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Like, what is there something that I missed in here, or is there something that that spoke to you particularly? Because I will tell you that, like, Marva and Nemec, the two people that are dead and gone, that were echoing a lot of like what was making my heart soar, was, and I don't mean sore like it hurts. Well, yeah, it hurts, but it was also kind of like lifting me up at the same time, even though it was sad. Like those two things I think were just beautiful. And the music, like everything, the band playing the music and them coming together in meeting on Rix Road and in the square and circling and then having the stuff. Like, there's just so much. There's so much. It's just an embarrassment of riches. Oh, I can't wait for more. It's so funny. It's so funny. I have to keep laughing at myself for giving up on it, but I came back and now I'm like, no, I get it. I get it. Is it the best thing that I've watched this year? No, and it doesn't have to be, but it's still one of the best things that I watched this year. Just an embarrassment of riches. We're so lucky. Okay, guys. Whew. I'll be seeing you.